And why'd they build all those pyramids? May 2, 2189 AD, Day 2, Chapter 86. The west face of the massive pyramid behind them, the New Jerusalem, was now lit up like a huge TV screen. Each and every one of them could see the figure of Jesus Christ, standing in suit and tie. The evacuation of the new Eden pyramid was completed by 11 a.m., and soon the billions noticed their pyramid was beginning to sink very slowly into the Atlantic Ocean. The gates and grounds were no longer visible by 11:30, along with several miles of floors. The billions in the crowd were abuzz at the events unfolding this morning. All had viewed battle scenes and knew day one of the Battle of Armageddon, as the media now called the conflict, was in essence a standoff. But now here they all stood in West Africa with scarcely the clothes on their backs. Some were seen to be walking toward and through the gates of the New Jerusalem, tossing their swastika emblazoned hats or wristbands to the ground. The vast majority just stood or hovered and watched. Precisely at noon, the figure on the massive screen of the New Jerusalem appeared to come to life. Presently, the figure of Christ began to speak. Ladies and gentlemen and angels, his words were met with boos and catcalls. The 1,000-mile-high figure continued to speak. I am here today to make one last plea on behalf of my Father. I ask all of you, each and every one of you, to join me in the New Jerusalem to dwell with me for eternity. As my Father has promised, you will each have a mansion and everything you could possibly want or need. The crowd now quieted and all eyes were fixed on him. His only condition is that you worship him as the one and only true God that he is. The boos and catcalls and epithets resumed in earnest, particularly from the 300 billion angels. Many of them had made attempts to fly forward and attack Christ, but found they could not move forward, just as they could not move to Armageddon and join that battle. Jesus continued his pleadings, and gradually a few moved forward toward the New Jerusalem. Some went up and to and through the gate, manned by St. Peter himself. Some, upon nearing the gate, stopped short and turned back. As General Brockman, his wife Shalene, and Romy stood and watched, Romy felt a hand on her shoulder. She turned to see a large, red-headed man with a scraggly beard staring at her. Folks, would you care to join me in the New Jerusalem? I'm going there now, he said, his green eyes warm and inviting. The three stared at him. May I ask your name, sir? General Brockman finally said. Oh, sorry, I'm John Zacharias. Just got out of prison there, he said, pointing to the sinking pyramid behind him. You're, Shalene said. Many call me the Baptist. Shalene fell to her knees and grabbed his tattered prison garb. May we come with you, sir? She said, tears beginning to stream down her face. You are all welcome, John said. Sir, are you aware that when my superior general defeats your forces up at Armageddon, your pyramid will sink into the ground just like ours is now sinking into the sea? He pointed to the new Eden, now having sunk several miles deeper into the Atlantic. General, you ever hear the story of a man that built his house on the sand? General Brockman nodded. Sir, my God, your God. He's not my God, the general said slowly and distinctly. Sir, that battle's already won. Our Christ is victorious over every foe. Come on now, please join me, John said. The general stared back at John. Romy thought of her husband, who she assumed was in the New Jerusalem already, but she had not heard from him for several weeks. She soon felt the general's hand grasp hers tightly. It gave her the courage she needed to resist this man, whoever he was. Shalene now stood and looked at her husband. I have to go, dear, she said to him. I know, the general said. Shalene kissed him and then kissed Romy. God be with you, she said. Then she turned, took the Baptist's hand, and the two began to walk toward the gate of pearl in the distance. John soon stopped in front of another person and urged him to come with him and Shalene. To Shalene's surprise, the man joined them. Aren't you Lazario? He said. You're my cousin. It's so good to see you, but you were... Lazario nodded. You were in an asylum south of Rio for 70 years, Lazario said. But you're here. She shook her head in amazement. I heard you committed suicide, Lazario, she said. He nodded. She hugged him. "Are you coming with us?" she asked. He nodded. The three resumed their walk eastward.